Hello and welcome back to HUAWEI. In this video, I will be showcasing you all the shortcuts and gestures that can be found on HUAWEI Pura 70 Pro. Let's begin! And it's only fitting to start this video with changing from free button navigation to gesture navigation. We can easily do that by going to settings, scrolling all the way down, heading into system and updates, system navigation, and here you can switch to gestures. I'm not going to bother with the tutorial, but as a quick reminder, this way you can go back, this way you can go to your home screen, and by combining home screen with a little bit of hold up, we have an access to our apps running in the background. Now onto the real shortcuts. We can see a semi-nice list inside accessibility features. Here we have shortcuts and gestures, and as you can see, here are the list. Here is the list. We can start with AI voice, as you can see. This is an AI-powered function that basically works like any kind of AI assistant would. If you ever used an Android phone, then this is really very similar to Google Assistant and Gemini. If you ever used iPhone, then it's very similar to Alexa, and also I believe Samsung has one, Bixby, I think. So as you can see, we can try to activate it by pressing and holding power button. But first we need to enable her.
Hi, I'm Celia, your smart assistant.
Amazing, Celia. Amazing.
You can also wake me using voice commands.
So let's quickly.
This works best when you speak.
Can you please shut up?
Surroundings are quiet. Say hey, Celia.
God damn it. I'm going to go through the process now. Hey Celia. Hey Celia.
Say hey, Celia again.
Hey Celia.
Great, say hey, Celia one last time.
Hey Celia.
Just say hey, Celia to get started.
Okay, we all know. But as you can see, her functionality is pretty limited. She can make a call, play music, then send a text message. So that's a very basic things that have been around for about 10 years at least, since Google Assistant already had those. As you can see, we can anytime use either the power button or Hey Celia.
Hey.
Can you please turn off yourself? Thank you. So this is my first shortcut that I have just showed you. Personally, I'm not a big fan of it since its functionality is pretty limited, and like Gemini is just better because it has access to internet and has much more functionality. But we can go back to our accessibility features and shortcuts and gestures, and here we have Ultra Snapshot. As you can see, we have the ability to double press the volume down button to take a photo when the screen is off or locked. This can be disabled or used to open the camera app instead. So as you can see, that sounds pretty interesting. We can enable take a snapshot. We can lock down our screen, and let's try to take a photo of, for example, this. So as you can see, something did happen. Let's not disable our location tag. But as you can see, the quality is incredibly bad and poor. We can go back and we can try it once again. Maybe my hand was moving. So let's try it one more time. And okay, to be fair, the quality is very bad. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but I can see individual pixels basically. Let's try to do a normal photo. Yeah, okay, the difference is pretty big. I think you guys can see that we have our normal photo with a nice quality, very nice quality as you can see, and then we have the thing that we made with Ultra Snapshot with this quality. So yeah, I guess I would advise you to just make it so it's opening the camera itself, not taking random picture, because these random pictures are very, very bad. Anyway, going down, we have take a screenshot. As you can see, this is a funny gesture. I have never seen it before. since usually you do something like this. You press three fingers onto your screen and you perform a screenshot. On Samsung you can do like this little palm swipe, and the Huawei is trying to reinvent the wheel and knock twice on screen with a knuckle to take a screenshot. We can also take a partial screenshot with our knuckle, and the scroll shot if we just do an S. Sure, we can try it out, see if it works, so let's try to do it. Okay, let's try to do a partial screenshot, so we do... Okay, so we do... Wait, let me see the tutorial once again, because... Knock and draw an enclosed area to capture part of the screen, so we want to knock very loudly, I guess. Okay, it actually works. I'm kind of surprised. Okay, so luckily we do have the ability to switch to a rectangle, because the custom one is surprisingly bad. And now we can go to something scrollable, like for example the internet. And we can try to do the scrolling screenshot. No. So let's try to do this. Okay. So that's pretty cool. The knock things are actually working pretty well. I'm kind of surprised, but hey, luckily it works instead of the Ultra Snapshot, which makes bad quality photos. But taking a screenshot is incredibly cool, and I do think it's worth noting. Now we have something very similar, but for screen recording. So as you can see, we can knock twice on the screen with two knuckles instead of one to start unearned screen recording. So let's try to do it. And nothing happened. Let's try it once again. Okay, now it's happening, so let's go with agree. We have the ability to simply mute ourselves and okay, blah 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 blah. So we are recording, it is working. Let's try to use the gesture once again. I failed. I failed once again. Finally. It's not as good as the screenshot gesture, to be honest. Like, it's sometimes not working. But I guess it's pretty funny, I think. So, then we have wake screen, which is a simple raise to wake. It can be found on most phones nowadays. And also double tap to wake, which is also incredibly basic. As you can see, we can simply double tap. Double tap on locked screen to wake it up, which would work anyway because we have always on display enabled. And a simple raise to wake that basically works like this. We take our phone, we should raise it, and as you can see now we have our lock screen instead of AOD. So that's pretty cool and it's incredibly easy to use and doesn't really need a tutorial at all. So that's, I think, pretty cool. Then we have mute ringtone reduce volume. Also, this is a very typical feature that can be found on most of the phones. I am not going to show it because I have no friends that could call me while I am recording, unfortunately. But as you can see, we can flip to mute the ringtone, so whenever someone is calling us, you want to take your phone, flip it, the call is gone. And same thing with raise to reduce volume, which is pretty interesting. I don't think I actually saw that one. But as you can see, this is how it works, and I guess good for them. If it's working, then sure. And lastly, we have answer calls. This is very basic and it can be also found on many phones. Once again, for the same reason, I'm not going to show you this, but you have at least a nice animation. So that's pretty cool. And you will notice that we can also see air gestures. We can click on that. And as you can see, they have a smaller list of air gestures. And the most important one for me is keep screen on while looking. It's a pretty cool thing. It allows you to use low screen timeout value, for example 15 seconds or 30 seconds, so less wastage of battery, but without like this annoying, hey, I'm actually using the phone, can you please be turned on? So I think that's incredibly useful. We also have air scroll and grab shot. To be honest, I think air scroll is pretty boring. Like, it can be working, like it does work, to be honest. But I, to be honest, have no idea why would anyone try to do it. I'm doing this, I'm putting my fingers down. Can you please not? To the... Okay, to be honest, I have no idea. Whatever. I'm sorry about that. This is a funny thing, to be honest. Like, I did that. Never mind. I just don't think it's very practical. Like, I have personally never used it in my life, and I don't know why would you do it. At least the grab shot looks pretty cool. We can try to do it. So we want to hold our hand and make a fist. Boom, we have made a screenshot. Amazing. Once again with the knuckles and everything else, I just not sure if there is a reason to do it. And we also have smart scan, which is pretty interesting because I don't think it's really a air gesture, but sure. And that actually is the end of this video. As you can see, it doesn't have many functions, and the ones that are here pretty reliable, not gonna lie, maybe except of the screen recording one, which sometimes turns itself off. And these air gestures, if you are a user of them, good for you. I'm just not a fan. But yeah, that's all for this video. If you found it useful or entertaining, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.